Well, welcome back, you guys. Just sitting down in the cabin here. Finally got down here. Gonna do some work today. And I'm gonna start organizing. I just finished getting a few more things off the floor. That freaking Barrenland grizzly bear got into my cabin. If you're on Instagram, you've seen the pictures there. It crushed my sea foam anyway. Knocked everything over on here. Pain in the ass. But if you're not on Instagram, here's what that frickin' grizzly bear looked like. Yeah, that's the guy that got in here. He just knocked a bunch of stuff over. I don't know why he didn't go in the freezer. There's fish in there from trapping last year. I still got another box of fish in there. No idea why he didn't go in there. Strange. And I thought for sure I had the bad flu when that was going on, and I came down here with my buddy and he helped me put some 3/4 inch plywood on the door. But man, I was sick when I came here. I thought, oh no, I don't need this right now. And I thought the fridge was going to be, the freezer was going to be open and flipped on its side, and I got a few fur pelts in there, and I thought those were going to be wrecked, and the fish was going to be, some of the fish is going to be on the floor rotting, but they never got in there, so thank goodness. But I got a bunch of organizing to do right away, and I got some stuff I want to share with you guys. I haven't made a video for a while, so I thought I'd dust off the camera, bring it down with me, and get something done here today. So when I get at those few things I want to share with you, I'll turn the camera on. We'll see you in a bit. Well, as you can see, I finally found a sink for the cabin for the trap line. So I got this out of a rental I was doing. And as you know, the one that was in my trap line, the polar bear ripped it out of the counter, and he basically folded it in half, and it looks like he put it back to normal and stuck it back in the hole. It was it was pretty brutal. So now I got another one, and I'll just find get some stuff for the drain, and we'll finally have a normal sink back at the trap line. So that's going to be a nice addition. I'm also going to be moving that window that's right by the cook stove. I feel like it's in the middle of that room, well, the kitchen and the table area, when it should be pushed over more to the right in line with the eating table, because it seems to be right in a position where it's kind of like I can't do anything with the kitchen. And eventually when the walls are done in there, I want to build some proper cabinets and some other stuff. So I think I'll move that window over. It's not that big of a project, only going to take me half a day to move it over and close up that hole, but I think that's exactly what I have to do. But this is going to be nice to have a sink back, that's for sure. Well, here's that fridge that I want to use for the trap line. I took the door off here. There was a little ice tray or something here, drip tray. So this is obviously not going to be plugged in at the trap line. I'll just leave the motor in it. It's so light, I don't have to rip it all apart. I was going to take the motor out and everything, but I don't need to. There's no weight to this thing. So my idea, I wish I had some pipe here. So whatever. So my idea is to cut a hole through the back, somewhere there. And maybe come flush with that fridge, or push it out flush. I don't know yet. Whatever's going to happen. If it's coming in there, then I need to control that hole, how much air is coming in. I'm not going to say it's going to be this big. I don't know yet. So I need a flap that either somehow I could just control. If it's 40 below out, 50 below, only so much air coming into the fridge. And obviously we don't need it that big, because unless it's a huge fridge and there's 2 or 3 guys out there we have a bunch of food in it, but we don't have that. So I'll probably get something smaller. Anything here? Yeah, maybe even something like that. That small to control it. So, but how do I what do I put on there for some kind of cover to stop the air coming in, so I could just, even if I use a 3/4 inch pipe, maybe I can use some kind of valve to control how much air is coming in. But I want to do it from in here. I don't want to be running outside and you know, controlling it from out there. So if you have any ideas, let me know. That's what I want to do. Cut that hole in there. And this is probably exactly where my shelving position will be. And just cut a hole right there. Somewhere there anyway. So we'll see how that goes. I have to think about that though. Well, that's it. I'm all organized. I got all my trapping supplies in one area, and everything I want to take to the trap line is right in this one room, except for the tent frame stove is right there, and the tent is on top of the freezer. But I have everything, and I want that frickin' tent frame up. I want it up the first month I'm at the trap line. That'd be frickin' sweet. I really want to get there and spend some time in the tent frame. It's gonna be great. Got the extra sleeping bag sitting over there. I got a cot. I got a second cot at the trap line. If you know, when the wife comes up with me and we want to go to the tent frame, we got a second cot to bring out with us. And I got all kinds of things for the tent frame that I've been saving over the years that are sitting in the trap line. The double burner, things like that. The big steel box underneath the cabin. And that'll be for, I can store all my, you know, all the tea and everything when I take off. I could store it in a steel box inside the tent frame for the winter, and no mice will get at it. That thing's been sitting under my cabin for 20 something years. I checked it out, said, oh, it's still good. So I got a few other things here that'll be going there. Of course, I got my new chainsaw that belongs there. It was always bought and meant for the tent frame, and just things like that. So it's going to be a good time trying to get there. But I have this big hitch behind you, and I want to build my sleigh out of that, I think. Man, that's a nice hitch. Nice and wide too, for 3 or 4 jerry cans across. It's going to be a really wide sleigh, but it's going to be only for going back and forth to my the cabin. So I'll share that with you right now. Well, I just finished going through the hitches here. This one's garbage. I'm not even going to attempt to put this on anything. It's been welded a few times. You can see the repair here, and it's not worth salvaging. Just the tongue. That's it. That's the only thing I'll be taking off here. And this hitch, I'm going to build another trapping sleigh, but not this year. I don't want to take on too much. But this big one in the back here, it's 44 inches wide, and that's going to be for my new traveling sleigh from town to the trap line back. I'm going to build it so it has, basically I'm going to build 2 sleighs, and I'm going to hook them together in the center. I want it to pivot in the middle, but only with some steel plates hooking both runners on the side. And that way, you know, I just want to try it. I want to see if you know, it takes the bumps better. You know, it's not like I go flying over the tundra where it's rough, that's for sure. I know some guys think that I go pretty fast with my sleigh. I know, I can't remember who it was, but they're like, wow, you got a heavy thumb there. I was like, no, I don't. I travel fast where I know it's smooth, but I do not travel fast where I know it's rough. It just beats up the machine. You know, the cold and how rough it is, and how solid that tundra is at times. It beats the crap out of your machine and your gear. So I'm going to try this new Combatic that pivots in the middle. 2 6-foot sleighs. The back one's going to be strictly for gas. I don't know exactly how many jerry cans I want to build it for yet, but we'll make that decision as I'm building it. So we'll take you through that process. Won't go into details right now. But I'm going to head back to town now. I got pretty much everything packed up, and this is nice and clean in here. Yep, that's going to be good for this year. It was nice. It did take Dad's old cabin apart, and it's going to be pretty nice to get it back together. That's for sure. But we're going to have to wait for gravel and some other stuff. So No big deal. Just take the time, take our time, like we said. Okay, thanks for coming along. Unless I see something on the back road, I'm heading home. Thanks for coming along, you guys, and we'll see you on the next video.